briefly. So, by show of hands, man, how many of you guys have ever walked through your neighborhood and seen young adults in between the ages of 14 and 24? You know, the little homies in the hood. How many of you guys have walked through your neighborhood and seen kids up to no good and was like, damn, I remember when we was young, they had to be in the house before the street lights came on, and we had these programs, and so many things are going on, and you look at the kids today and you say, it's like there's no hope, they lost. By show of hands, how many of y'all feel that way?
Yeah. I like that.
So, I want to put a new battle cry in your ear. And whenever you mobilize with Barry and you mobilize with me, this will be our chant moving forward. When I say save our youth, you scream now. Save our youth now! Save our youth now! Save our youth now! That's what I'm talking about. Kai Smith, I'm the founder and executive director of the Gang Diversion, Reentry, and Absent Fathers Intervention Center. We are located at 2821 Frederick Douglass Boulevard. I have half of a city block on 150th Street and 8th Avenue. That means I got from the corner to the middle of the block. I got 6 storefronts. Okay? The primary goal of my organization, you have those community-based organizations that love to go to brothers like Keith and beg for money, and then when he make a way for them to get money, they misappropriate the funds and they do all of that, and I'm here to tell you some of the, those days are gone. GRAAFICS is an organization that primarily goes after severely volatile, severely disconnected kids. We go after the kids that shoot other kids. When we go to schools, okay, when we come into the community, we can't do anything with those kids that have the A average and the B average and the C average. We specifically go after kids that hurt other kids. Let me show you how this program is designed. How many of you guys seen the Fez magazine? Don Diva magazine, magazines. All right, watch this. Guy in society commits ominous crime, becomes ominous drug dealer, becomes ominous murderer, goes to prison, and then somebody that's left in society takes his life story, gives it to Fez and Don Diva magazine for about $3,500, and then they print it, and then the kids pick the magazine up, and then they want to emulate that, and then the cycle continues.
Yes, sir.
So what I decided to do was, I decided to take, I'm going to give you all some names I know y'all heard about. I decided to take Jesse Gray's story, and Sickle and Ivan, and Rich Port and Alco. I decided to take all those stories and put it together and turn it into an educational curriculum to teach kids how not to be like those guys.
Yes, sir. Nice.
And then we took that document and we aligned it with the chancellors in New York State's Common Core, and we put it in schools. So when we take that document and we put it in schools, in the classrooms, the kids receive 2 credits for taking this class to learn how not to be a drug dealer. Because here's my thing, right? I like when people don't think that I'm telling you the truth. I like when people don't think. So I brought 2 of my kids here today. They was with me, stand up. They was with me from middle school. And I got them. The principal told me they were dangerous. Here's what we're going to do. Now, thanks to Facebook. See, I really don't like social media. I don't have it on my phone. But Facebook came to my aid because from 2003 to date, I've been running this program out of pocket. My story, I was one of those individuals in Harlem back in the Alpo, Rich Porter days that brought a significant quantity of drugs into the community of Harlem and fucked Harlem up. And my grandmother always raised me, she said, when you make a mess, you clean it up. And part of the reason why I'm back in Harlem today is because my era, I brought the cocaine and the crack into Harlem and sold it to the pregnant mothers to produce these kids that are wreaking havoc in society. And so that's my mess, and I'm back to clean it up.
Yes, sir. In order to do that, as opposed to coming home and standing on a soapbox and doing a lot of preaching, I chose to do the opposite thing. I came home from prison in 2002,
I enrolled in school in 2003 and stayed in school from 2003 to 2013. I stayed in school 10 years straight with no breaks. 6 felonies on my record, 9 years in New York, 5 years in Virginia, 2 years in South Carolina. I have 6 felonies on my record. I now have 6 college degrees. First, I got frustrated, and I did a seminar at the South Bronx Job Corps, and I said, you know what? If I can't get no help from the community, if I can't get funding, if I can't, I would do it by my motherfucking self. And I put that on Facebook. And Abdul seen that on Facebook. And Abdul hit me on Facebook. He said, beloved, where you at, man? Where you at? And I sent him my phone number, and probably, no exaggeration, probably 3 seconds later, my phone rang, and me and Abdul started talking.
Yes!
24 hours later, Abdul was in my office. Abdul was in my office. And when he introduced me to Barry, I said, Barry, here's what we gonna do, man. Because I'm not in nobody's pocket and nobody's in my pocket, and I got the ear of the streets because, see, I have real killers on my team. Guys that have done 25, 30, 40 years for murder, they on my team. I've hired them. And so what we're going to do, Barry and I, we're going to create, now watch this, let me get everybody's attention, watch this. We're going to create a 100 black junior construction worker.
Yes, yes, yes,
So what that means is this. I'm going to sit down with your team, and I'm going to incorporate as much as I can with this construction work into the curriculum that I already have in New York City Public High School. So that means, what that means is this. The 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids that whoever's mayor in office, had to be Bloomberg because Blasio just got here. The 16, 17, and 18-year-old high school kids that all the teachers and the principals are scared of, that we're not scared of, we're going to take this trade in text form, because we can't take the tools into the school, but we're going to start training them on the language of construction and what it looks like to be in this trade, so that they can become interested in it, okay? So that all your sweat equity can be passed down to a generation of young adults that's ready to step across the line, and when they step across, mentally, they are already there. So there won't be any more, there's only 5 of us here. And there will be no more people walking away from the president, because you've been indoctrinated into this blue-collar trade from high school. That's what we're going to do. Graphics, 100.